Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I am bringing you some of the latest perks available to Scrapcraftastic patrons. These perks are available at different levels. Some are available to all levels, some to Plus and Elite, and then some specifically for Elite. For example, the dated inserts are always available only to Scrapcraftastic patron elites. So the January inserts have been out for a while. I just haven't actually added them to my work planner yet, but they have been out for a while. The inserts come in a variety of sizes. I'll put the different sizes on this screen for you. I use the half letter. To me, half letter is the easiest. You just print on your letter size paper and cut it in half and you're done. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this because I'm actually going to use these in my planner. So let's go ahead and cut them in half. Now I'm using a rotary trimmer, so I can kind of get away with cutting multiple pages. I think this is like 4 pieces of paper actually. And this has the whole month. But let me go ahead and cut these, and then I'll flip through and show you what the insert consists of. Let's see. I'm never quite sure about the measurements on this trimmer. Okay. So that's cut. It's just that simple. So once it's cut in half like this, I can punch it for disc bound or ring bound, however I choose. I could also, let me move all of this out of the way and so I can have some room. I could also actually just fold it in half and use it as a half letter A5 traveler's notebook insert. So I could just actually fold this just like this, put the crease in. I could staple it, stitch it, however you want to bind it, or leave it open and not bind it, and then I would have a notebook for the month of January. And then you could flip through the pages just like a regular notebook. But I want to cut mine in half because I'm putting them in a disc bound planner. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the horizontal inserts, but just in case, I'm cutting the verticals too. So I'll have both. Okay. All right, so we got the vertical and then this is horizontal. So you get the month, the title of the month and the year, dot grid to do with as you please. Then you get the January calendar, monthly calendar, month on 2 pages. And then this is the horizontal layout. And you get all your weeks, like so. Then after the weeks, you get more dot grid to do with as you see fit, and the back title, or back, I don't know what this is called, but the back of the insert. Same thing here. This is the vertical. So you get the dot grid, the month on 2 pages, the weekly. Now the vertical weekly for the half letter does have a lined column. So the columns are lined. And you get all your weeks. Then dot grid and the back title page. So I will be adding all of these to my work planner. So those are ready to be punched and ready to go in my planner. Next up, now some of these, this is already available to patrons, and I think one of the ones I'm going to show next will be available today, or became available today. If you've been a patron for a while, if you're not a patron and you're interested in becoming a patron, by the way, the link is in the description box below. It's patreon.com/Scrapcraftastic, and I'll put it on the screen for you as well. If you have been a patron for a while, you know that I was doing monthly sheets, and I would have the holidays for that month, the script for the month, and maybe a little deco or a little something Everything was just black and white so that it was easy to foil if it was something that you wanted to foil. And I set them up 4 to a page because I know a lot of us use more than one planner, and just having one January when you have 4 planners doesn't work. So it would be nice to have, extra holidays and months and all of that. So anyway, I decided that since I am no longer doing those little sheets, that I would give the patrons a full sheet of months. So you don't have to go search out each one of those individual sheets for each month if you don't already have them. All the months are here. They're large. You could use them for headers. You could use them for your future planning, to make your own future planning pages. You can use them to design your own monthly pages, however you want to use them. I made them a pretty nice size so that you have options. You can always reduce, and which I did. I reduced them and put 2 to a page. So when you download these files as a patron, you get both versions, and you can still downsize this even more. I mean, you can go as small as you want, but I just wanted to give something kind of large to give you the option to resize to what you want. Okay, so I printed these on regular white sticker paper, and I will link to the sticker paper that I use in the description box below. I also printed them on my coveted clear sticker paper. I am really leaning to using clear sticker paper more and more. It's just so expensive. Because I think I don't know how much I paid, but I only got 25 sheets. And I have tried not to make any mistakes when I use it. And yeah, so I went ahead and printed all the months, the large version. Then I will say this is medium. I think I named the file small, but these are really more medium size. I did both of those on the clear paper. So now I have months enough to last me. Okay. Now, as I mentioned on those monthly digitals or printables, I would always put the holidays that were coming up. And I tried to do like a fancy version of the holiday and then more of a simple, basic version, something that would not interfere with whatever else you had going on your spread. So I collected all of those, and I think I may have added a few, and I hope I got everything, and I'm sure I've missed something. So if you are a patron and you see something that I may have missed, let me know over on the listing on Patreon. But this is a list of the holidays that we typically have throughout the year. Now, I don't have the obscure, lesser known holidays or occasions here. I tried to include as many as the more popular ones, and I tried to stick to the same holidays and occasions that I used on those monthly printables. So, I mean, it doesn't look beautiful here. It doesn't look like a lot, but these are nice small stickers. And even if it's something that's too wide to fit in your box, you've seen me do this. You can just cut them and stack them on top of each other. I kind of wanted to give you that option to do that, and I didn't want to stack them for you. I think the only one that I actually had to stack was International Women's Day, because it was so incredibly wide. It took up too much space. So other than that, they are just straight across. So if you choose to cut the words up and place them, you can do that and place them how you want to. So that is another perk that is available. Then I also I try to do things that I knew you would need for the new year as well. So which way is up? This is up. Okay, so I also created another version of tabs. So these are tabs. It's printed on sticker paper. I have not cut this one yet. I'm going to show you the one that I have cut in just a moment. But you have 4 sets of monthly tabs, 2 black, 2 gray. I try to keep it neutral. If you want color, you could always use your highlighters or light colored markers and color over and make them the color that you want. I may show you an example of that coming up in a future video. If you're interested, let me know in the comments below. And I just want to show you, these are the tabs that are also available on my website in the shop at scrapcraftastic.com. So I have this smaller version up here that I use for my monthlies in the B6 Stalogy, and I laminated these. There is a video showing how to do this. I will link to that video in the iCard up above. So if you want to have nice, sturdy, laminated tabs for your planner, journal, notebook for the year, I can show you how to do that. So these are the small version. These are the large version. Now I prefer the larger ones, and it may be because of my vision. I don't know. I mean, I can see these fine, but I don't know. It's something about these large tabs that I really like. At first I was like, oh, maybe they're too big for this, but I think they are great. So that's what the larger tabs look like. Again, though these two are available in the shop on my website at scrapcraftastic.com. So this is what I did with this digital. I printed it. Then I took 1/2 of a laminate pouch and laminated it. So it was kind of something like this before I cut it down. Okay, so this is what I had. I laminated it. Then I ran it through my Silhouette. You could probably do the same thing with Cricut. I'm just having issues with my Cricut right now, and Silhouette is cutting better. It's more precise than the Cricut is right now. No matter how many times I calibrate the Cricut, it's still not cutting the way it should. So anyway, I laminated, I cut them, and then I trimmed off the excess just so that I could easily store them. And look, we have a nice laminated small tab that kind of looks something like that. And I think they turned out really nice. So these are the tiny tabs. Right now they are only available to Scrapcraftastic patrons. I may release them also into my shop and maybe on Etsy as well. Again, you can colorize these. I wanted to keep them neutral, but if you want color, all you have to do is color them in a little bit with your markers, your highlighters, and you're good to go. So that is another digital available to Scrapcraftastic patrons. Okay, then we have the monthly DIY planner. This one is what I'm calling winter. You might not think of it as winter, but yeah. And again, I printed on 2 different printers so you can see the difference in the color. And I haven't checked this one for color because I've had issues with this printer today, but we'll see how they turned out. This is standard size traveler's notebook size. I've already trimmed it down, and basically all I would do is fold this in half. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold it. We will have a little page creep, but that's okay. And you could always print this part on a piece of cardstock and use it as the cover. But this is how this goes. These inserts, both sets, come in Sunday start, Monday start, and then I have a version that is Sunday start for the monthly and Monday start for the weekly. So, and I think that's what I printed here. You have your, let's move this one so we can look at this one better. With this standard traveler's notebook size, you have your title page, you have a blank page, then you have a calendar, monthly calendar. It's very small, but you do have lines at the bottom to include whatever you need to include. Then we have a notes page and the weeks. I changed the week this time to this boxed dashboard style. I wanted to try something a little different. So, and then each week has the notes page and then the weekly. And then you can print these as many times as you want. The final pages, you have 2 of the blank pages and then the back cover. Like I said, you can print these as many times as you want. I set up the Monday start, Sunday start, and this version so that you could easily print the booklet out and have all the weeks and the month together. But you also have access to each spread. So each individual piece that I use to put this together, you have access to it. So you have just the blank page, you have just the small calendar, you have just the title pages, you have just the weekly pages. So you can organize and put it together however you want. That's the standard traveler's notebook version. This is the half letter version. I only do it in 2 sizes, standard and half letter. This one, again, all we have to do is cut it in half. If you want to use it as a traveler's notebook, you just fold it in half, bind it, or leave it with an open binding. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one in half. And for now, this is how I am storing my versions of the inserts. This cover is clear cover for a disc bound system. I will link to it in the description box below. This is the half letter size, and there is also a classic size available. These are previous DIY planners. All of these are still available to patron elites over on Patreon. So I am going to add this one to it. Let's go ahead and punch the holes. This is the ARC Heavy Duty Punch. It is the Staples version of disc system. So Staples is ARC, Office Depot is Tool. And I think these are available on Amazon. If they are, I will link to it in the description box below. So I'm going to set this to junior size. That is technically what half letter is, according to a few of the disc bound systems. So I'm just going to put these in and punch. And I guess while we are here, we might as well do January inserts as well. So let's grab those and do them. Seems like my desk is getting smaller and smaller, closing me in. Okay, set those aside, put the punch away. And let's go ahead and pop these in. Then I'll flip through the insert so you can see what it looks like. And then we'll go ahead and put the January inserts in. All right, so here we go. Title page, blank page, small monthly, lined notes page, your boxed dashboard style. It's not really a dashboard. I would say it's boxed because we don't have a dashboard over here, so we'll call it boxed. And then you get the same thing, multiple pages for multiple weeks. Then we get the full blank pages and then the back cover. So this is winter, and I will note on the screen, let you know what day this one will be available to Scrapcraftastic patron elites. I need to make new tabs for this. I'm going to do some moving things around here, but for now I'll just continue on the way I was going because I have the Isis Ella Jewels inserts back here, and I really need to start making use of these. I just don't know how I want to do that. I'm definitely going to be moving the grid pages up front. So, okay. Let's go ahead and put January in. There's not a whole lot of setup that I need to do for this planner. I need to print and cut some tabs. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. It's just put the pages in and I'm all set. There's January ready to go. I never did put the cover pages on here. Oh. Should we do it? I think the snowflakes. This is like my favorite vellum that I ever got. this vellum from Isis Ella Jewels. I think that is my all-time favorite. It doesn't look so great behind the vellum. The vellum looks better all by itself. So I guess I've been holding off on this for this long. Let's hold off a little while longer. So that is everything available to or coming to Scrapcraftastic patrons. Now is the great time to join if you're interested in receiving a variety of different digitals, cut files. I'll be doing more files that are suitable for crafting along with the planner type digitals. So if you're into digitals, check out the Patreon. Again, the link is in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you may be interested in this other video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.